I'm Dave Johnston. I'm the I'm vice chair of the ESGR in the state of North Dakota. Plus, I serve as the committee chair here for the Fargo ESGR committee, and that's where all this comes in. So I'm also retired from the Navy, NOSC, Navy Reserve. So I got familiar with what's going on out there. ESGR is, we're all volunteers. We're part of the Defense Department, and no money's being paid to us. So we do this out of the goodness of our heart. And lately it's been goodness of zooming, which I'd much rather be there in person, shaking hands and meeting everybody, but it's not going to happen right now. Patriot, ESGR has been around since 1972, and there's a number of us that serve. We got like 15 people on our committee here in Fargo, and that's a large number. And when you can't have a personal in-face meeting, it's hard to get everybody back on the same page, but hopefully that will happen. But this is a Patriot Awards is a kind of a special deal, presenting it to the supervisors, which is a great way to show appreciation. And it's just it's a fun one to do because the service member is the one that initiates it. And that's the only way you can do a Patriot Award. It has to come from the service member. So Petty Officer Muse, Andy, thank you. We greatly appreciate it. The Patriot Awards reflect the efforts made to support the citizen warriors through a wide range of measures, including flexible schedules, time off prior to and after deployment, and caring for the families. And that's some of the things that we look at. And hopefully, Jake, we're gonna probably visit with you a little bit more and see if we can even bump these Patriot Awards up to what we call above and beyond award, because it sounds like from Petty Officer Muse comments that you do a nice job of taking care of the military and veterans that active working for you while they're gone on their active duty. So we'll get right into, I know there's some time limits here, but we'll go right on to the Patriot Awards. The first one is for Melissa. You're on there someplace. I don't see you right now, but we thank you for all the support that you have given Petty Officer Muse. And, you know, and that's going to apply to all the award winners during Andy, I should better call it Petty Officer Muse, time at Bushel, supervisors have done nothing short of supporting all my military obligations. Supervisors stepped up to manage large projects during an unexpected absence for me to attend tech school in Rhode Island. Way to go, that's where I spent time. Supervisors have jumped through hoops to ensure the success of the project management team, especially in my absence due to service to your country. And thank you very much, Petty Officer Muse. I asked questions about the military to better understand my obligation and how I can help support, how they can support me. So that's very complimentary to the whole employment there, the support that they give to you, and hopefully be able to hire more active guard or reserve or veterans, and that would be a great thing to do. But Melissa, Alan, we thank you for your support that you provide, and appreciate it, and wish we could see you and meet you in person. So thank you very much. The next award I'll go to Casey, and Casey is online with us, I believe. And again, thank you, Casey, for the support that you provide, because it's always tough to get orders and you got to take off, and people got to fill in for them. So we really appreciate the support that you are all giving to Petty Officer Muse. And then the other award goes to, is it Dave? Dave Hoverson. There you go. That name is so familiar, Dave Hoverson. I don't know. It's like I should know you, but I don't think I do. But thank you, Dave, for all your support and the work that you do at Bushel. It's just, I just can't express my feeling of the support that the employers give to the ESGR and the military member. Without the support of the guard or of the employer, we wouldn't have a guard and reserve. So we really appreciate the support because they're twice the citizen, you know. Sometimes, I don't know, Patriot News, I know the National Guard in the state of North Dakota has had like 1 day notice to be pulled up and go give vaccines, you know. So there's a lot of support and expectations on the part of the employer. And the other award is go to Casey, was it? No, Dane. And Dane, I hope you're doing well after eye surgery. We wish you there. We got a picture of you anyway. So again, pass my thank you to Dane for all that he has done to support you while you're out on active duty. So, and at this time, I would like to, I'm so proud to have Commander Greenway with us. And Commander Greenway, want to say a few words?
Yes, good morning, everybody. Lieutenant Commander Stevie Greenway. I'm the new CO here at NOSC Fargo, working with Petty Officer Muse, and he actually came into my office last drill weekend and said, I have put in my employer for this Patriot Award. And that really blew my mind because we always hear about the ESGR and we always kind of push like, hey, to the sailors, is there an employer out there that you like, you know, to nominate, go forward? And sometimes it's really crickets. And so it's really cool to see that partnership occur where the employer understands and recognizes the sacrifices that Petty Officer Muse and his shipmates are doing and doesn't try to hinder that, because I think together we actually are a stronger community with that. So thank you in advance so much for what you do for our sailors, and really cool, and hopefully one day we can do this in person. So thank you again.
Thank you very much. About Jake, a few comments from the top of the company. You have a few words, Jake?
Well, I think this award is really for the teammates that are supporting Andy and the crew here. You know, what we get to see is these guys having to be busy for other reasons, serving our country, and our teammates have to pick up where they left off. So it's incredible to see the team inside of Bushel do what they do, as well as really an honor for us to have those on the team who serve. And so we just want to always respect that and are really appreciative of the awards. And I know this is really a team award. So honored to be here and honored for the opportunity.
Okay, well, thank you. Nice to meet you. How about Melissa? Say a few words. Only 67 watching, so go ahead. You get your speaker on. Melissa? Dave, you're out there.
Yeah, go ahead, Dave, and we'll let Melissa fix her mic.
Yeah, a common thing. My mic's always having problems.
Go ahead, Melissa, if you want
I
to.
think that, can you hear me now?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay. I did not know that this existed before Andy told me about it. After the award had already been given, I think that this is a really cool program, and recognizing this, especially after hearing Andy explain it to me a little bit more, and the reasoning why these programs exist and the benefit that they can bring to the military community. All of that aside, Andy has been great to work with. I think personally, and I can speak for a couple other team members as well, Andy says we jumped through hoops. It wasn't viewed that way by many of our team members. It was, Andy has a responsibility. He was clear and open with it from the beginning. Let's help him with it and make sure that things keep moving so that when he comes back, he can get right back in, and it can be as if he never left. So I appreciate this. I think this is great. I also think that there are other people within the company who also helped and have hopefully made Andy feel comfortable and at home in our little community, and that we can keep this going and keep this, even with new hires and new people coming into the company, that we keep this type of environment.
Very well, thank you, Casey. Appreciate that. Dave, a few comments?
I think a lot of credit here should also go, back to Andy, who really was persistent coming out of the military and kind of looking for a career opportunity with Bushel. He consistently communicated with me as he was preparing for the trek to Fargo after he was discharged, and it was relatively painless from my perspective to make sure that I could accommodate everything that he needed to have accommodated. So it's great to have him on the team. It's great to be recognized, I think, as a company for the support that we do strive to achieve with active service members or even past service members, and just proud to be a part of it, and proud to have Andy on the team, and look forward to seeing additional opportunities coming out of the military, I believe, if everything goes as well as it's gone with Andy and others who've served. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Dave. Thank you for your support. And Casey.
Sure, yeah, so I just want to echo a lot of what Dave and Melissa said. Andy's been a joy to have on the team. I was very lucky to sort of help with that transition from sort of that intern life initially, right? During that SkillBridge program, and work with Andy a lot directly within our team to get him up to speed. And man, the work ethic and the excitement to really get into our team and learn and grow was really awesome to see. And it was just a great experience from day one. So I'm really proud of all the progress Andy has made, and just grateful that we as Bushel and as a team were able to be part of it. And I think this award is really special to sort of recognize some of those efforts. But I think that we all were, grateful and surprised by this award, because we just felt it was our day-to-day in helping Andy, achieve what he needed, to be successful here and in the military. And we were more than happy to do that. So really, thanks to Andy for all you've done here at Bushel to help us be better, and really excited to see how we can continue to help others going forward.
Thank you very much. And I have to say, all the others who are online, thank you, because it's definitely a team effort there at Bushel. So we appreciate that. And we can't leave today without having a few words from our state chair. Dalton?
Yeah, can you hear me okay, Dave?
Yes.
All right, awesome. Well, I would have to say that in the first time in my 4 years of serving as state chair for the North Dakota ESGR, this is the first time where we've had a service member nominate 4 fellow employees. I don't recall that in the 4 years that I've been here. So first of all, Andy, thank you very much for doing that. That's huge. Going through the process of doing a Patriot Award, it's a big deal. It really shows how your supervisors and fellow employees that you've nominated have made a big difference in your life of being a service member. So thank you for doing that. To Melissa and Casey, Dave, and I know Dane's not on, but to all 4 of you, just thank you so much for what you're doing to make a big difference in Andy's service. And that is, to me, this, and to go further, I know Jake, going back from my days of being the regional president for US Bank for the last 7 years before I retired at the end of 2019. And in my mind, this doesn't happen by accident. This is knowing Jake and knowing some of his other team members. I know this is part of your culture, and doing the right thing and really stepping up to make an inviting environment for our service members. So Jake and all of you, thank you for what you're doing to support your employees that serve in the Guard and Reserve components, and wish you all the best. So on behalf of the Department of Defense, it's an honor for me to be a part of this call today, representing the employer support of the Guard and Reserve, over 3,000 volunteers throughout the nation, 60 of which we have here in the great state of North Dakota. You need to know, as a company, what you're doing is really supporting and playing a huge part in supporting the national defense of our nation. And I just can't say enough, but this was an exciting day for me. 4 nominations. Well, keep it up. And I know Dave is going to be visiting with you further because I, again, knowing Jake and some of the team members there, I think there can be higher awards that ESGR can do to provide recognition for your organization. And I look forward to seeing where that goes. So thank you so much for all you do. Have a great rest of your week. And I'll turn it back to Dave.
Thank you, Dalton. And I'm going to not forget before we leave here, but you also have what we call a statement of support for the Guard and Reserve. And, you know, by signing that statement, Jake, you pledge to fully recognize, honor, and comply with the USERA laws, provide their managers and supervisors with the tools they need to effectively manage employees to serve the Guard and Reserve. Appreciate the values, leadership, and unique skills service members bring to the workforce, and will encourage opportunities to hire more guardsmen, reserves, and veterans. We continue to recognize the support of our country's service members, their family, and peace and crisis and war. And we just thank you so much, Jake, for taking the time to be with us. And well, if I get into your office someday, I hope to see this statement of support sitting there on the front desk, showing your award to honor to all the veterans and Guard and Reserve members. So I just say thank you so much, and I'll leave it to I'll have a date. Jake, you want to say final words?
Thank you guys, and thanks to our team for what you do, and to Andy and the team for supporting our country. And we'll keep it up over here, and we'll be proud to hang it up in the office. Thank you guys.
Thank you.